Drugs and alcohol abuse does not just affect the lives of those using, but what about the people around them? In many circumstances, parents and loved ones are left to pick up the pieces. And with Western Australia being the highest methamphetamine capital in the nation, the damage continues to surge. I chat to Louise Kahan about her services and also gain insight from a reformed user.
It was seeking for answers that brought me into this field of business. I had family issues of my own, and I was looking to find a way through those and keep my mental sanity at the same time. So it led me to the Mental Health Commission, where I became a volunteer assisting parents who were going through similar situations as myself. I was fully educated by them, and so I assist by doing phone consultations with people, doing group work with education. I help at drug court, and also take a group once a month, families who want to come and just talk about what's been happening to them. So from there, I kind of found out that there were a lot of people that didn't want to join in a conventional way, and they were looking to have something of their own, somebody come to the house or somewhere where they could do it more in private, more confidentially than joining in with other people. And so kind of the business developed from there, and now that I see quite a few people at home, I've found that they get the results from that, as well as those who also go to the Mental Health Commission and get results in a different sort of way. So there's something for everybody out there.
So your services aren't just for drug users, it's also support for the family. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the clients you get?
My service is particularly for those who are looking after family members or significant others who are affected or have problematic behaviour with drug or alcohol usage. And what I aim to do is to teach people how to respond differently to this situation. You find that it's a highly emotionally charged situation. People are behaving differently to what they normally do. And of course you react to that, and your most fervent wish is please stop doing what you're doing and start living life the same as everybody else. But that's not always a reality, so you've got to learn to live your life around that. You've got to learn how to maintain some form of relationship with a person who's affected. I mean, that's a huge thing. There's a lot of school of thought out there, toss them out of the house, shut them down, don't do this, don't do that. But what I like to do is to try and teach you how to maintain a level of communication with that person, because it may well be later on in life that that person decides to change their ways.
So at what point are you finding clients are reaching out to you?
Well, the reality is that most people wait until things are really, really desperate before they do anything about it, and they're tearing their hair out and they've tried everything, and it doesn't matter the age group either. It could be somebody who's a teenager, it could be somebody who's married with children and there are issues with children, it could be somebody who's been single and they're in their 30s or 40s and the parents are still maintaining some semblance of lifestyle with that person, cushioning them all the way along. But my advice to anybody who, number one, suspects that they might have somebody in the family who's dabbling is to get some education straight away. If it escalates, then they've got all the tools on hand to work with that. I have my own website, and everything about what I do is on that, and it's just my name, so it's easy to find, and I think you'll find it on the bottom of the screen, or if you can't, www.louisecahan.com.au.
Crystal, tell us a little bit about your drug past.
So from the age of 13, I was a drug addict and alcoholic.
And what sort of effects did this drug past have on your family?
Oh, it tore them apart. My nana really tried for years and years to help me and sort of did everything and tried to send me everywhere, and the rest of the family, it tore the family apart because they didn't want her to spend so much time and money and effort on me. And my mum and I, we didn't have a relationship. It was non-existent for 33 years, sorry. But now we have the best relationship ever since going to rehab.
Was there any sort of comfort or support for her while she was going through this?
To be honest, she sort of withdrew herself from the whole situation. My dad and my nana were the main ones that were there for me. I don't believe they had any support. Perhaps there were some help groups that I don't really know, because I was so out of it. I was removed from reality.
You can't expect a quick fix for something that might be ongoing, but have the right attitude, have the right tools, and then you can be asked for help, and then you are the person who is the most valuable one. Who better to help someone than someone who loves you?
This has been Laura for Undercurrent.